Gentlemen, we're just speaking about Indian-built cars. This is a new Citroën that is built in India, but it's quite quirky, and from what I've read, it's quite a nice little car, but you guys have driven it, so tell me what's really potting there.
And there's a huge demand for cars in this segment. I just think competition is so tough, and moving over to the Japanese popular automaker Suzuki, look, 10,000 Rand more than the Citroën and you get the Suzuki Swift GLX, which I think is a much better product. Not to say anything bad about the Citroën, I just think I'd spend the extra 10,000 Rand.
What do you think, Mr. Staniforth?
The design's cool. The interior, the layout and the design of the interior, the idea was good from a starting point. Personally, I would not have called it a C3. I would have called it a C2. This car is slightly smaller than what C3 was, and the last C3 we drove was a fully fledged European car, what we've just said, and it felt every bit European, so I would have called it C2, a name we haven't seen for a while, slightly smaller, different design. It's not bad, it's not awful to drive, it does what it says on the tin. It's got an atmospheric 1.23 cylinder with a manual gearbox. Possibly they would have got away with a bit more of a trick if there were three models in the lineup, a C3L, a C3 LS, and a C3 GLX.
Okay.
And if the L was 220, but they didn't let us drive it. And they let us drive a 250,000 Rand LX, which was slightly better. We would have been like, it's lovely, it's lovely, and it's 220 grand. Because if you get into a Swift GL, I think, is the base model.
I think
GA. If you get into a Swift GA, you're going to be like, God's truth, what's going on here? It's terrible. I mean, there's nothing in it. It's got steel wheels. It doesn't even have hubcaps yet on a GA. You know, so this is at the start of its production life. So we could see, I'm not sure at the price point, but we could see a turbocharged engine later. So we need to let it run its course a little bit, but it's a cool car at a reasonable price point from a different manufacturer that's not exceptionally popular. So I hope it does for Citroën what they hope it'll do.
I think overall though, for this car to work in our market, they're going to have to market it in a smart way, especially to first-time buyers, students, parents looking to buy their children a car or anything like that. And I think that's what is going to make it appeal to that kind of audience. What do you think, Mpho, as a young person, how do you think they could actually really penetrate that market to reach that audience that they want to speak to?
I think they really need to work extremely hard to try and push that product everywhere, the C3 that being, and just try to get as many people into the car as possible. I think that would work for them.